In this video, ENTP, how to focus, I'm going to explain a little bit about the cognitive functions, what's going on, some of the cognitive dynamics, as well as 3 questions that will help you narrow in your ideas, refine them a bit, and lean into some of your strengths that come from introverted thinking. What's up, team? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology. So I wanted to make this video because I saw the question out there and I have some good ENTP friends, and just ENPs, NPs in general, we struggle with this. We have so many ideas, so many different possibilities that we see that it becomes hard to focus. And the higher that extroverted intuition, that NP style, the curious explorer, the curious innovator, the higher up on the cognitive function stack that goes, the more difficult it's going to be to focus it, because you have more energy allotted to it. You can do it more and more and not feel exhausted by it, not feel drained by it. So for you, for an ENP, this is something that you lead with. Okay, ENTPs lead with this curious innovator type energy that's always out there asking questions, high energy, pinging back and forth different brain regions, looking for novel connections, exploring and pushing the limits of things to kind of shake up the system a bit. And when you do that, you're going to constantly find new possibilities. You're going to connect these 2 dots, and then you're going to get a new option. New options are exciting, so you're going to want to explore that more and more and more, and it expands out and it goes and goes and goes, and it just never feels like it stops. So how you're going to focus that is to go to your auxiliary function, that mentor-like energy, but you're going to have this push and pull back between that and this kind of rookie sidekick of your tertiary function that's saying, hey, let's do it the easy way. I don't really know how to do this thing, so I'm just gonna, in this case, I'm going to give myself a little break. And I'm going to trust my opinions, my decisions onto other people, onto the collective. So with introverted thinking, this mentor style, you have, I like to think of it as the analytical adept. It's the intellect, the brainy character, the smart guy or girl on the team or in the movie or whatever it is. And it's getting really refined on data. It's assimilating the data, and it's doing that through logical frameworks and through picking up different mental models, like worldviews, ways of seeing reality, and using that to leverage your decisions. It's a decision-making function, but it's inward. It's introverted. So it's taking it and it's funneling it down into what you subjectively understand to make sense. It's kind of like a scientist looking at the data and saying, okay, this is how it works. And through doing that, you start to understand how all these different data points are at play together, how these systems work, and you're constantly chipping away at it and refining it and getting rid of any inaccuracies or bad information. That can be a struggle. I mean, yes, it's your auxiliary function, it's your strength, it's your mentor, it's the one that's guiding you in life, but to stop, to slow down, to funnel all those ideas into one understanding takes work. It takes work on yourself. Because you got to stop, you got to, be rigorous with yourself about it. And well, the other option is to go to your tertiary function, that rookie sidekick, the one that's trying to please the hero, please the dominant function of the curious innovator, and saying, okay, you want to explore these ideas? Well, let's just do it right now. We don't need to funnel it down. Like let's ping it off everybody else, and let's, maybe you have an idea to do something. You're going to check in with other people to see what they think about it, instead of getting refined on it yourself, getting really analytical on it through your own understanding. Right? You're passing off your decision making to the collective. In your case, that's not the best choice, because it's not one of your main strengths. You are probably pretty good at building relationships, Might not be good, as good at like holding on to them, right, and continuing them in the long term. But, building those quick relationships, understanding some of the social dynamics enough that you can play with what's going on. But it's not your strength. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Just make sure that when you hear that voice that's saying, oh, well, let's see what other people think about it, make sure that you're tempering that with introverted thinking. Okay? Make sure that you're not just listening to that, because you need to go inward too. You need a self-check and reference to make your decisions and to focus in on what you know you need to do. So you're not lying to yourself and you don't have that cognitive dissonance going back and forth. And you can actually accept, like, well, this is a part of me that I didn't really want to see, and now I know, and now I got to do something about it. Right? That sucks. That's not a good feeling unless you use it as a motivation for personal growth. And so you're going to have to take in the understanding that, yes, my decision is going to maybe hurt some people. It's going to not be what everybody wants to hear. And I'm sure you've been through this enough, right? You piss people off sometimes and you don't, like, why? I was just saying what's true. I was telling you the truth about the situation, right? And it's gonna suck for a bit. But that attention to that character, giving that character the rapport building time that it needs, is going to help you overall focus more and make better decisions. So right now I'm going to give you 3 different questions that are going to help you with that. So number 1, you might already do this one, but what here is incongruent to what I know, and how do I fix it? And the second part, how do I fix it, I think is an important thing, because you're taking these ideas, these extrapolations, and you're putting them into one funneled down decision of what you need to do. Okay, and by cutting away all those different possibilities, you're going in and narrowing in on one choice. And you're taking that as the action that I need to take. The second question here, I love this one, is what information will give me an advantage when I find it? So there's a concept of a potentian, is what it was called. This is by Eben Pagan. And I'm going to butcher it, but it's just a piece of information that's left open. It's like a puzzle piece that's missing. And when you realize that it's missing and you know that you need to look within that space, you want to find the puzzle piece that's going to fill in that space, then you have more focus onto what you're trying to do. Right? If you don't know what you're looking for, you're not going to be able to find it. Or if you do find it, you won't know that you found it. So by having the awareness of, okay, this is what I'm looking for, this kind of information is what I'm looking for, then you can actually find it. And that will give you the leverage, the advantages that you need. And the last one, this one might hurt a little bit, so I apologize in advance, but it's, how might I be accepting the influence of other people's opinions without vetting them for myself? And this is going to be that push and pull for you. The unifying healers out there saying, okay, what do people need? What can I do to help other people? And it's very admirable, but it's not really putting you into your superpower, right? That is coming at the cost of deep, concise understanding of things, of the analytical adept. Okay, so if you're looking to other people's opinions or what other people think, you're going to have to stop that sometimes and be like, well, what is my truth? What do I know to be true here? And I need to make that decision and be a stickler with myself. Don't let yourself go back and forth once you've made a decision in that case. And I'm not saying this to make you a hard ass or anything like that. Like, just practice it. Don't let yourself fall to the easier choices. Don't let yourself sacrifice your focus and your opinions by giving them to other people to have them make for you. Right? It's important that you do it yourself. Okay, so I hope that these 3 questions help. help you gain some more focus externally, like where you're going in life, as well as what's going on inside, so that you can really narrow in on how do you need to act in a situation, what kind of energy, what kind of character do you need to be listening to within you, so that you can make more refined decisions on what to focus on. All right, so please let me know down below in the comments what has helped you. And if this did help you, please like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Give it to other people that you think it might help too. Okay? So good luck, have fun. Peace.